Have you ever looked at your bank account and thought, I only have 10,000 Kenya shillings, it's too little to invest? Unfortunately, that is how most people out there think. You don't become wealthy because you suddenly got millions. No, you become wealthy because you learn how to make the small amounts of money you have work for you. That's why today I'm going to share with you 7 investments you can be able to do with 10,000 Kenya shillings and start working your way towards becoming wealthy. No scams, no crypto things, real actionable things you can do for you to be able to make money. And also, I'll share with you how much you can realistically make, the risks involved, and who each investment is best for. And with that, let's jump right in. My name is Afagza Sifunam. At number 1, we have money market funds, or MMFs. If you are completely new to investing, this is where I'd start. MMF pulls money from many investors, and then this money is placed in relatively low risk investments like treasury bills, commercial papers, you name it. With MMFs, it's amazing because you can start with just little amount of money. Not insane amount of money, even 1K, 5K, you'll be good to go. Using an example of 10K, if the annual average return is 10%, you'll earn roughly 1,000 shillings per year, or about 80 bob every month through compounding. That may not sound exciting, but remember, this is almost passive. No monitoring, no worrying, no checking prices every hour, because you put your money into a given fund and the fund managers are working for you, ensuring the risk is low and you get a return. MMFs are best for liquidity, and I'm talking about the possibility of you accessing emergency funds, school fee savings, vacation savings, and also it is amazing for beginners because the risk is very low. And then the second way I'd invest 10K Kenya shillings is by buying Nairobi Securities Exchange shares. Many people think buying shares requires hundreds of thousands. No, it doesn't. In fact, even there are some shares out there which are trading in single digits. We're talking about under 10 shillings per share. You can buy a share listed at the NSC with even 10,000 Kenya shillings, that's sufficient. Instead of buying random penny stocks, focus on quality businesses. Think about companies which are consistently making profits. They have a dividend payout history and even so a good dividend yield. They have strong market position. For example, the banking sector has been doing very amazing. Telecom sector, energy sector, and also consumer goods companies have been doing well. If you invest 10K Kenya shillings in a quality company and it grows by 15% over the year, it means your investment is going to compound and become 11,500 plus the possibility of dividends, because a good number of the listed companies typically pay dividends, both the interim dividends and the final dividend when it comes to the annual general meeting. Share prices also sometimes fluctuate. That's a risk you need to be aware of. Unlike MMFs, stocks are volatile. Only invest money you won't need immediately, because investing in stocks or the Nairobi Securities Exchange is best for long-term wealth. And how I typically look at it, I think about stocks as someone putting down money maybe for 5 years horizon. And then the third idea is starting a small online business. You investing in a small online business. Instead of investing in the financial markets, you could invest in business. And I'm saying so because not everyone is excited by financial markets. Maybe you are excited by the possibility of making a profit. There are small businesses you can jump to. Selling perfumes, selling phone accessories, kitchen items, handbags, thrift clothing, cosmetics, you name it. You don't even need to have a shop. Because guys, we are operating in an era of advanced technology. All these social media platforms, whether it is WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and even YouTube, can be used by you to market your business. Let's say you buy stock worth 10,000 Kenya shillings, and upon you selling, you're going to make a margin of 30%. You'll be able to have 13,000 once you exhaust your stock. And of course, if you jump in a fast-moving commodity area, chances are even you can be able to clear your stock in a week or 2 weeks. And now the trick is to repeat, rinse and repeat, keep going. That's far higher than any other investment out there, even financial market, in case you are able to pull that. More so, if you are able, for example, to flip 30% in 2 weeks, you will be well in business. Please note, the only risk here, this is not passive, this is active investment. And then investment number 4 is you buying government securities indirectly. Please note, I've said indirectly. Many people have heard about, for example, treasury bills, treasury bonds, you name it. Unfortunately, with 10,000 Kenya shillings, you are way below the requirement minimum amount of you getting into buying government securities. But then again, the beauty of it is that through MMFs, you'll be able to also partake in this kind of trade or investment without really you having the required amount. So capitalize on MMFs, okay? And then the 5th investment you can do is investing in yourself. This is something many people ignore. We are living in an era where it is more possible for you to make money compared to years ago because it is a digital era. Skills are appreciated, whether it is editing, utilizing AI tools, digital marketing, being very savvy on coding, data analysis, you name it. The skills are unlimited. But then again, you need to have the skills before you even think about making money in the digital era. That is why with 10,000 or even a smaller amount, even guys, 5K, you can be able to learn a skill and convert that to money. Because once you learn and you have a network which you can capitalize on for you to be able to pitch your skills, be sure you can easily be into money. And the amazing thing is that actually you can even flip that money to earn way more than the amount of money you invested in learning a critical skill in this era. And then the 6th investment you can do is starting a small farming project. If you have access to land, whether it is land which you own, which land which someone can lend you, land which you can, for example, rent for maybe a year or so, probably look at jumping small-scale farming. Mushroom, vegetables, onions, herbs, poultry, you name it. You can start a small farm that isn't that glamorous, but is practical. Start small, sell locally, reinvest profits. Of course, if you're new to farming, there is a learning curve, but be sure everything is doable out here. If people have done something from scratch, you too can be able to do it, okay? And then the 7th thing you can invest into, and I look at it as something that's practical, is investing into the habit of you investing. Most people out there think that investment is waking up, getting humongous amount of monies, and then you start earning millions. That is not how it works. Investing is a habit. With 10K, that amount of money avails you the opportunity for you to start practicing that particular habit. You can utilize a simple thing called dollar cost averaging, where, for example, you put down or pump money into a given investment in a given duration of time, whether it's monthly, whether it's quarterly, whether it's annually. Start small. Even you can say, for example, you want to start with 2K, pump in 2K this week, another 2K next week, and continue that particular cascade of pumping 2K each and every week into that particular investment which you are excited to get into. And be sure, once you develop a particular habit of investing, using the reward of investing through dividends, earning interest, coupon, you name it, be sure you'll never look back. So, if you have little amount of money, please don't have unrealistic returns expectations. No, investing takes time. You learning the art takes time. But be sure, if you get the knowledge and you continue upskilling yourself, you are patient, you diversify, then whichever area you get into is going to reward you in a very, very amazing way. What do you think about this video? Do you think these are amazing ideas which you could look to jump into and invest with 10,000 Kenya shillings and be able to make money? Which other ideas do you think a person can utilize, can jump onto and invest 10K and be able to make money in Kenya? Guys, cheers for watching. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and like this video if you haven't. Looking forward to catching up with you in the next video. Take care.